So yeah, I'm Anton. I've been living in Sweden for, I moved here in 2015. And after I graduated, I moved to Stockholm to work with Paul for almost 5 years now. And I work at ACC, which is a facade consultancy, but we also have our indoor climate, daylight group, and project management, structural design. Just give a little bit of an overview of what the company does more. And this is our complete daylight group, where we have Paul, and then all the others are alumni from energy efficient building design in Lund. So what we do at ACC is that we work with loads of projects. I think on yearly basis, I work with approximately 70 or more different projects, ranges from just simple housing or building blocks, offices, hospitals, airports, schools, like you name it. And we do it all around Sweden. And what we do is kind of like what Paul mentioned is we do daylight certifications for Miljöbyggnad, BREEAM, LEED, and then as well a lot of Boverket, which is the national building code in Sweden. And what we do is we produce loads and loads of reports to educate as well, and to bring over the daylight reports or the daylight results as a whole, to communicate with our clients. What do these reports kind of entitle is we do loads of things, like mostly daylight in buildings, and daylight in the urban planning, but then we can also go a little bit more technical into like glass specifications with or without shading and how it should be built up. Some reflection studies, microclimate, go into thermal comfort a bit, especially combined with solar heat gains, glare studies, also some specialty glare, like the visual of a cockpit in an airplane, and we keep on developing our methodologies. But this is of course just a small. Basically, this is only a small part of what we actually do, and my personal focus lies a lot in the daylight in buildings, and the solar heat gains, which I combine with thermal comfort, glass specifications, and building our calculation methods. But something that I wasn't aware of when I started was that because we work with so many different projects and so many different people, that a big part becomes as well the project management, process management, which I personally enjoy a lot. Like there's so many different people that I work with, and so many different projects in different stages of the project, and it's very interesting to know when I'm needed and why I'm needed, what I can say, what I cannot say, how to say it, etc. It's a very fun part of the job, which I wasn't aware of actually. But yeah, why was I going into daylight actually? That's maybe more important. I mean, obviously daylight is beautiful. It is timid here in the Nordics. In Sweden, it's not as intense as, for example, in Spain. We have lonely hours of daylight when in the winter it's very short and we are often inside, while in summer we are asleep while the daylight there's still daylight outside. can be very sensitive. With low angles come long shadows, so a little bit difference in building geometry can cause huge difference in urban planning. And it is impolite because of those low angles as well. It's that it causes glare. It's very difficult to have daylight in the right amount, like controlled daylight. And that's where my personal kind of like, yeah, where I want to go to with daylight is to have the right glass with the right shading, and to give advice to the building designers, to the building developers, to keep the design in the right way and have a right choice of glass that is clear enough to get enough daylight inside, but also has the right glare protection or solar heating protection, and to give that kind of like combined consultancy. So this is my background. My background is coming from building physics, so I try to kind of find a balance between numbers and building design, but that's very static from my point of view. And my colleague Effie will introduce herself with a very different view on that.